Greetings, everyone. Happy Saturday. I wanted to come in really fast and just talk about my experience in this sort of welfare system, because that's basically what it is. So after I had my son and my son had a diagnosis, I stopped going to work. Like, I had worked 40 hours a week. I had a job. Like, I was somebody who went to work every day. And when my son was born, I wanted to be home with him because there was I felt like I needed to be present with his experience so that I could support him. And I was on food stamps, Social Security. I was on everything. Like, I had every social service that I could access during that time. And I utilized it for a little while, but while utilizing it, I realized that it was very much a trap, that it was something that actually confined me, and that I could actually generate more wealth, more money, more resource if I just really believed in myself. It was really a thing. I had to begin to do a lot of work to see that I had been taught to go to work. I had been taught to think that my money, my resource had to come from outside of me. I had been taught to externalize and believe that I had to behave in a certain way in order to get money. And, when I was getting SNAP and money and all of those things, I wasn't utilizing what was inside of me. And I had to really admit that. And then I had to get courageous and go, well, what is it that I'm good at? Or what would I love to do? Or what does God want to do through me? And I started to really just challenge. Like, I literally just got off of everything. I literally stopped receiving food stamps. I turned them off. I stopped applying, because you had to apply every year. Every year you had to reapply. And that reapplication process took so much time. And I realized that I wasn't making enough money to actually meet my needs in the way that I could meet them on my own. So I just started asking the God in me, like, what are you up to? And what I can say, which has been the most profound thing, is that I have never missed my rent. Rent has been late. There have been times where I have had to really buckle down, but the universe always opens up for me every single time. And I always have enough. And it comes from following intuition. It comes from following my open heart. It comes from following what I love. It comes from connecting to a source that is within me, that is also greater than me. And I land on my feet every single time. And I remember when I didn't know how I would do it, when I didn't believe, when I was afraid, when I was panicked. I remember because, what I realized once I went and got on all of these social services is that I had been on social services because my mother was a 17-year-old mother. So I was on social services as a child. And so it was literally a thing that was in my system, like lifetimes of thinking that other people had to provide, that I couldn't do it, that I wasn't resourceful enough, that I didn't have the capacity. It was something that I had inherited. And so once I realized that, I just had to go deep inside myself and realize that there is something more inside of me. And I am curious about the more that's inside of me. What is this inside of me? What am I here for? What am I capable of? And, that has looked like many different things. Like, at one point I had an almond milk business where I was making almond milk. And the name of my company was called Drink These Nuts, Not Those Nuts. And I sold almond milk. I sold a half gallon of almond milk for $45. And people bought it and paid for it. And there was a time when I would, I just did different things that actually showed me that I'm capable, that the universe is expansive, that I don't have to do it the way everyone else does it. And every single time I have landed on my feet. So I just want to encourage everybody. That's all I want to do. I just want to, I want to encourage you to go inside of yourself. I want to encourage you to call upon nature. I want to encourage you to think out of the box. I want to encourage you to believe beyond what you know and to trust that something will show up and your needs will be met. I started shopping exclusively at farmers markets. If you've never done anything, that's even better because that means that anything is possible. Really, it's like I had never done anything. When I started making almond milk, I had never done anything before. I pushed myself. I knew I had never done anything, and now there's so much information. So there's so many things to do. There's so much information. It's literally be willing to fail. Be willing to fail. And be willing to believe. Be willing to come up with something more. Be willing to hope. Be willing to stretch. Be willing. Because if you are, something will show up. Like I just, like I said, I was a child on welfare. And when I realize I'm at the point and it's trusting the unknown, endless opportunity. How can I focus? Yeah. Ask to be guided. Go into your heart. I literally used to go into my heart. And listen and say, guide me. I would go in and make a command. And then I would walk outside and go talk to people. And inevitably something would occur. I would just demand it of myself because you are one with the universe and you are loved. And the universe wants to express through you. It wants to. It's just waiting on you to ask for the help. That's it. It's just waiting on you to ask for the help. It's just waiting on you to believe. It's just waiting on you to know. It's just waiting on you to ask. It's just waiting on you. So ask. Burn a candle, go outside, talk to a tree. There have been times I have sat down and I've said, okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I need to know. I need an answer now. I demand a resolution. And when I tell you every motherfucking time it shows up, it does. So make the demand, and you will be met. But you got to get out of your head. You can't be like, oh, that stuff doesn't work. And let me tell you, I was horrible at that. So I would make a demand and the universe would come through my thinking. So the universe can find you even if you're loaded down with fear and anxiety and worry. The universe will get to you. But if you can suspend the worry, the doubt, the fear, the universe has an easier chance to get to you. If you can suspend it. And I have spent all of these years working to clear out the trauma because it's the mind that's traumatized with the old stuff. My daddy said white people hate me. My mama, the mind is, that stuff is what's blocking. It has to go. It has to go. It has to go. It's an illusion. The universe is right here waiting for you to say, I don't know how, but I know that there's a way. I don't know how. I'm scared. I'm confused, but I know there's a way. Show me the way, and you will be shown. Somebody will call you. Somebody will bring you some food. The miracle will start, but you have to command it. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.